All right, guys. Thank you for continuing to tune in. We keep it rolling. Like I said, if you like all this content, we're gonna keep it going. Early mornings, quick, brief, competence timeout. If you've been a fan, you know the deal. Um, like, subscribe, share if you like it. Tell your friends, all that is appreciated. Yes. So we continue on with the AFC East. Um, and we continue along. We did the two. We're on the Miami Dolphins. And obviously, we know what the Dolphins have done the last couple of years of Mike McDaniels there as coach, with Tua being healthy, which he was healthy all last year. Offensively, we know what they can do. Defensively, there is some changes in the defensive field, but we'll see how that translates over. But let's get into it. Um, Not a lot of changes coaching wise. Obviously, the big change was defensive coordinator. Anthony Weaver becomes the defensive coordinator. He was previously with the Ravens. And then, Vic Fangio was there. Now he's with the Eagles. Everything else is the same. Obviously, some of the assistant coaches changed, but Anthony Weaver is that. So he brings they'll stay in like basically like a 3-4 defense. He brings more of the concept of Mike McDonald in the Ravens um kind of philosophy. And so that'll stay the same, at least like formation wise. The philosophy will change a little bit because it's a little bit different than what Vic used to do. But defensively, I'll just start there. Um, Zach Zeeler, Calais Campbell, who they signed, those are two of their interior linemen. Everybody else filling in, they did lose. Um, Christian Wilkins, that was one of the big losses this offseason. Um, so that defensive line has to get strong. They got Benito Jones, Brandon Pilley, and Deshaun Hand, also a defensive tackle. However you want to award it. Had linebacker edge. Obviously, Jalen Phillips coming off an injury. We'll see how that goes. Right now, Bradley Chubb is in the pup list, so that we'll see how long that's going to take. And they did sign Emmanuel Agba back to the team. He's going to be on that edge group. Outside, they did lose Van Ginkel, who had a good season. So that's where the pass rush will come from. Inside linebacker, you have Anthony Walker and David Long that they'll lead the way in the middle. They did sign Jordan Brooks, middle linebacker from Seattle. Also, Duke Riley still there, big special teams guy for them. In the defensive backfield, they still have Jalen Ramsey. He showed out last year. They did lose Savion Howard. I don't think it's a big loss because Savion has been in and out of the lineup last couple of years with injuries. Um, on the other side of um, Jalen Ramsey, they did sign Kendall Fuller. So not a bad vet there to have. On the other side, who were champs with the Chiefs. Um, he'll be on the other side of Jalen Ramsey at safety. Obviously, Javon Holland going into his third season. Jordan Poyer, the veteran sons of the other safety there. So, they got Marcus May as a backup there. So, not a bad base defensive backfield, not a bad linebacking edge core. And the two guys at defensive tackle, Calais Campbell and Zach Zeeler, the veterans. We'll see how they hold up. Now, obviously, this is I think the Tom Bradley Chubb is out. That's going to play a part because he's a big difference maker. Him and Jalen Phillips both on the field at the same time is a big difference maker for this defense. Um, Offensively, like I said, we know what they've been able to do. Offensively, we know the numbers. Tua led the league in passing yards. Um, so Tua there staying healthy is a big key. Obviously, he showed he could do it last year, so not too crazy worried. At the running back, they're deep. Raheem Mostert, who led the league in touchdowns. Devon Achane, who was having very explosive plays before he got hurt. Jeff Wilson, the vet, and then they got a rookie, Jalen Wright. At receiver, we have the two big two-headed monster, Tariq Hill, Jalen Waddle. They did sign Odell Beckham to add to the speed and everything that they had. Right now, Odell Beckham's in the pup. I think that will make the offense a little bit more dynamic as well. So we'll see how long it takes for Odell to get healthy. Tight end, they did sign Jonnu Smith, so we'll see if they're finally able to implement the tight end into this offense. They might have to while Odell is out. So we'll see there. The offensive line, I think, not too many crazy changes. They did have Connor Williams last year. They let him go. They did sign Aaron Brewer, who was with the Titans at center. Teron Armstead still there at left tackle. I believe it'll be Austin Jackson at right tackle. And then at the guards, it'll be Robert Jones and Eichenberg, I believe. So this is a lot. These guys have been around this organization, around this offense, so they know exactly like what's to come. They know the playbook. Not a lot of like new people here, um, so it's just about them like staying healthy, coming together, at least on the line, because Teron Armstead has been in and out of the lineup as well, but they've been able to be okay. Um, I think this team is able to make the leap. I think they'll make a playoff push. I think they'll make the playoffs. We'll see if they can get a playoff win. But this team is good enough offensively. And I think by the end of the season, defensively, they'll be good enough as well. Like I said, depends on Brad. I don't know how long Bradley's out. I should have done my research. I don't know how long Odell's out. These are two pieces that I think will make both sides of the ball a little bit more dynamic. Bradley Chubb with the pass rush, I think when him and Jalen Phillips are both on the field at the same time is very scary. um, Odell Beckham, just a veteran wide receiver who has speed still, can just add another weapon to this offense. Even if they don't go to him a lot, it can help keep eyes off of the two-headed monster, and even if they still don't bite on it, Odell can still be, um, usable and can do some things. He kind of did show that a little bit in Baltimore last year. So we'll see, like, what comes out of that, honestly, with Odell. But yeah, I think this is a team who's going to make the playoffs. They might even win the division because the next team and the final team we'll talk about is the Bills, and I have some concerns there, but we'll see. We'll see. I think this team has a good chance, obviously, to make a playoff push like they have the last couple of years. We'll see if they can finally win one. They haven't won one in a while. Playoff that game that is, and we'll see. Obviously, their key is to have home field advantage. They can't go out in the cold. It's just not what they're made for. But yes, we'll see what comes of this. But I do like the Dolphins a lot, especially if health stays okay and those two guys on both sides of the ball can come back. I think it adds a little bit more dynamic to what they already have. So look out for the Dolphins. They're going to be good again, and they'll make a push. Yeah, one more team to go, guys, and almost at football season. All right. See you next episode with the Bills.